I want to share with you a beautiful story that happened with Rabbi Vayeitzei, the famous Beis Halevi. One year, the Beis Halevi decided to travel for Pesach to a town called Minsk, where he would spend Yom Tov with the local townspeople. As befitted a man of such a great stature, the local townspeople would come to visit the Beis Halevi during Yom Tov. And in one of these visits, a former Talmud, a former student of his, presented himself to his Rebbe. Excitedly, the Beis Halevi asked him, "Rebbe Yid, was machst du? My friend, what are you doing?" His student replied to his Rebbe that Baruch Hashem, he's blessed with fantastic business, and he began to detail his various business ventures. But the Beis Halevi didn't look like he was focused, and soon he interrupted him, asking the same question again. "Was machst du? What are you doing?" The student was a bit confused, but began once again detailing his business and the various things he did to earn a living. This time, the Beis Halevi interrupted him even quicker, and he said, "I asked you, what are you doing?" Utterly confused, the student turned to the Beis Halevi and said, "Rebbe, I think you may be misunderstanding me. I'm telling you what I'm doing." "No," said the Beis Halevi, sadness in his voice. "My dear student, I'm not misunderstanding you. I think it's you who's misunderstanding me. I didn't ask you what Hashem is doing for you, although I'm very glad to hear that Hashem has been good to you and your business is going well. I asked you, what are you doing? In other words, in the things in your life that it's up to you to make a difference, that doesn't come from Hashem. In your personal growth, what are you doing?" In the Sefer Torah Tamima, Rabbi Baruch Halevi Epstein shows that this idea of the Beis Halevi is actually based on a pasuk in this week's Edra. When Yaakov Avinu was traveling on his journey away from home, he has a prophetic vision in which he sees a ladder, and a Kodesh Baruch Hu tells him of the great things that will be with his future. Following this dream, Yaakov Avinu makes a promise. He says, "Im yeh Elokim imodi, if HaKadosh Baruch Hu will be with me, ushmarani baderech asher anochi hoylech, and he will guard me on the journey that I am taking, v'nosan li lechem le'echol ubeged lilbosh, he'll give me clothes and food, v'shavti v'sholem el beis avi, and then I will return in peace to my father's house, then I will serve Hashem in this place." Rashi tells us, the words "V'shavti v'sholem el beis avi," "I'll return in peace to my father's house," were a personal request that Yaakov asked HaKadosh Baruch Hu to help him overcome temptations of sin. Now this is puzzling. Where did Rashi see in those particular words a reference to temptations of sin? The answer, says the Torah Tamima, is based on a nuance in the pasuk. The pasuk depends everything on HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Im yeh Elokim imodi, if Hashem will be with me, ushmarani, and He will guard me, v'nosan li lechem le'echol, He will give me food, ubeged lilbosh, and clothes to wear. And then suddenly Yaakov Avinu changes the subject of the verse, and he says, v'shavti b'sholem el avi, and I will return to my father's house in peace. Why did he suddenly depend this part of the verse, this part of the promise, on himself? Only because this was something that was dependent on him. Everything else is from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But this, that's dependent on him, it must be, says the Torah Tamima, that here Yaakov Avinu was talking about something that was in his jurisdiction. Yaakov Avinu was asking HaKadosh Baruch Hu to help him with something personal, and that must be the struggle in his temptation to sin. So now, my friends, let's ask ourselves, was machst man? How really are we doing?